How do I unlock device rotation? Let's see here. Filter, moderation. Let's go check for... Okay, that's there. Check for... Green... No, I don't need green screen. Alright, how do I stop green screen here? No. Okay, no green, we don't want a green screen. All I have to do is unlock rotation. I don't think we can. I think we're gonna have to go like this. Okay. So let's see here. Alrighty. So let me go into my channel and find the live stream. Okay. See that I'm live. I can see that I'm live, but it is very strange. I can post this link so people can start coming in chat. Okay, let's hit post the stream in all of our corresponding chats here. And then okay, we are live. Wait for the people in the chat. Hello. Mario39. We're just waiting for some people to get in, and then we will start testing. We're going to be testing Wizard Rod mirrors, as you can see. That's fun. What I have here is just all of my Wizard Rod blades that I currently own, and all of my hexas, and we're gonna just test which is the best one, and I'll explain the differences between them when more people get into stream. So hopefully we can do that soon. Oh, let's go. Back to steal my combo is crazy. We're doing Wizard Rod testing today, so it's gonna be fun. And this is also kind of weird because I have to look at chat on my computer and then stream from my phone. So this is gonna be a little bit soft. But we're gonna get through here. I posted the chat link. I posted the link everywhere, so hopefully people will actually show up. I should probably post it like on the channel too. Yeah, let me do that real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna create a post that my channel is live. hopefully people have notifications on, so they know that, but, okay, we've made another community post, so hopefully, people get notified of the stream. So let's see if we get anyone else over here. Let me check the other end of stream. Hello everyone, the camera looks to be doing alright. Unfortunately, I have to stream like this because I'm unable to rotate the phone because for some reason it remains locked in this position. I'm not sure exactly how to unlock it from this. But hopefully I'll figure that out in the future for other streams and stuff. So, that's good. Okay, we have 3 viewers now, I think. I want to break 5 or 6 before we start going. Oh yeah, we do have 5? Okay. Okay, we do have 5? Okay, that's cool. Alright, so I'm gonna start explaining how this is gonna work exactly. So here we have all of our wizard rods at a handy dandy scale. We're going to show you guys how to competitively test your wizard rods. So essentially what we have done here, with all wizard rods are made in a production line, and they all have codes, like, basically printed into them in the plastic. So you guys will definitely not be able to read any of these codes on camera. I don't think you can. I don't think they show up. But I have marked all of my wizard rods based on what code they are. And this is my new green one that I posted about yesterday. This is an A2 mold. This is an A2 wizard rod. This one is an A4. This one is an A1. And this one is an A3. So now all wizard rod chips of a certain color are made on the same production line, but all the plastic and metal is made on a different production line. So essentially how this works is every green wizard rod, or at least my hypothesis, is that every green wizard rod chip is A2, but then the metal and plastic can be different. So this is an A2 mold with an A2 mold when it was assembled in the factory. All of the yellow ones are currently on A4 production. So every chip is an A4, but this one just happened to also be an A4. This is the latest model of wizard rod that is currently out. And this one is the A1, so this was like first production of the A4. And then this one is the A3, so it's the third production of the A4. And I have a scale, so we're just going to weigh them real quick to find out which wizard rod is heavier. But heavier is not always better. They could be balanced differently. So the A1 is 35. For the A2 is also 35. The A3 is actually 36. And then the A4 is also 36. So the A3 and 4 are later in production than the A3 and A2. So, keeping that in mind, I have labeled them, so when we break out the stadium and get to testing, we can try to compare them to each other. And I also have 4 different hexes here. They all weigh 3 grams, so there's nothing really different about them, except how old they are. The green one is the oldest one. The next one is the one that's kind of used, but there's nothing else wrong with it. There is one that has a small factory defect, which makes it harder to knock out. And there is the completely brand new one that I opened yesterday. And so because I can tell the difference between them, we can also find out which one is better. And there's obviously no difference between the 160s, so we are just going to keep the 160. So I'm going to break out the stadium, and we can start put our handy dandy scale over here. And let's get out the stadium. Oh. Now, this might not be the most accurate testing possible, because this stadium has a hole in this knockout zone, so wizard rods will not be able to bounce out of the stadium from this knockout zone, specifically. I don't know how badly that would impact it, but we will see. I really do hope I get to find out how to fix this camera angle because, not the angle really, just being able to rotate my phone because like if I try to do it, it doesn't, it locks the screen, so it doesn't like want me to do that for some reason. I think it's just because I'm streaming with my phone. But let's assemble some of the wizard rods. So let's get another 160, and let's see what we can do. So another 160. I'm gonna put the brand new green wizard rod with the brand new hexa bit. Put it up against the A4, which is theoretically the heaviest one. The A3 and the A4 are the heaviest. So we will do a battle with these guys and see if it works. So let's just adjust this a little bit to get everything in frame. I don't think you can zoom out. No, you can't zoom out on here. So let me do this. So I'll alternate who I launch first, but I don't think the stadium side really matters. So this battle sort of goes to prove that, you know, if it's brand new, how good is the brand new wizard rod? That's sort of what I'm trying to find out here. Is it any better than one of my heaviest? Does that 1 gram difference really? It looks like it does. It looks like the 1 gram difference makes it like extremely less. And it even has the brand new hexa bit on it, so maybe the green wizard rod is just too early in production. Alright, while these battle, I'm going to take a look and see what we can do here. We are going to be doing some actual like tournament testing, but I just wanted to get this out of the way and try to find my best wizard rod first before our special guest gets here at around 3 o'clock. So yeah, we're gonna do some actual combo testing, but first I just wanted to see how well we could make this wizard rod do. This brand new wizard rod. Can an A2 beat an A4 despite being lighter? And I think you just have to break in the hexa. So I feel like hexas that are a little bit older have a little bit easier of a time standing up. So I'm going to give this an older hexa bit. I'm going to give this the green one and see if it can stand up. If it can stand up a little easier. You can definitely hear it. Part of this test is not just which one can win against another rod, it's also which one is easier to knock out. Because you could have a wizard rod that's amazing at stamina, but it's like completely abysmal in like knockout resistance. And it looks like the green hexa is helping it a little bit to stand up a little faster. I think the yellow rod is wavering a little bit more. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, look at that. The green one's standing up just a little bit more. So, worn hexes are better for stamina, but they could be worse for attack. So I'm gonna flip the 160 around on the yellow one, just to see if that changes anything, because sometimes it does, depending on your wizard rod. So, a brand new hexa might not always be better. Ooh, big knockout. I think when you have a brand new wizard rod like this, it's gonna get a little bit more knockouts against it just because it generates more recoil. Because you can even see it a little bit. It's like how like wide is this part? If it's still like completely brand new, then you'll have to break it in a little bit. Yeah, you're generating a lot of recoil with a brand new wizard rod. So using brand new wizard rods like out of the box for a tournament is a little bit risky. I just suggest like battling like a couple times with it, like putting it up against like a few drills like this, just to make sure that it's like the same quality as your other ones that have been winning. And the one I'm pretty sure I've been using my A4 for tournaments recently, but I don't know that for sure. Oh, okay. So the green is standing up, and the yellow one is scraping. But the green looks like it's losing speed faster. Okay, let's do one more with the flipped 160 on this, and I'm gonna flip it on this, see if it changes anything. We'll change one variable at a time. Gonna use the scientific method. Alright, who do we have now? Only 2 people, okay. Hopefully everyone saw the post I made. Only people saw. Alrighty, so green won. So it's looking a little 50-50 right now. We're gonna try it again. And yeah, solo testing is not exactly the most accurate thing in the world, but you can sort of self-compensate for the, you can sort of compensate for the amount of launch power that you would have lost from launching one day first. Let's try to get more people on the stream. I want to see if I can get, if I can saw the thing. Also, can you hear me okay? I'm pretty sure my audio is alright. Okay, hang on. Give me 1 second, guys, and I will continue with the live. Just going down here to see if other people can see the stream. So I'm pretty sure they can. I'm pretty sure everyone can see the stream. It is public. Okay, so everything should be fine. Okay. Oh, I'm not even streaming to everyone. The only reason I have one watching is because I'm watching myself. Okay. Because I have to watch myself with my computer so I can see chat. Let's go. get back to these wizard rods here. So, I want the yellow one first this time. Actually, I want the green one first this time. Oh man, you can really hear that green hectic screaming right here. Oh wow, that's a full reverse. That's crazy. Some Hexa? Some Hexa's crazy. This is my A4? This is my A4. I'm gonna try my A3 next. If I can get green to beat A4 and A3, despite the 1 gram difference, then... Because after this battle with green wins, I'm gonna swap hexes to see if it's just the green hex that's broken itself. Because it very well could be. I could just use my 2 most stable hexes, but... green looks to be losing spin a little too fast. Yo, Matthew? What's up, man? 6-7 is crazy. Alright, so yellow one again. I'm gonna swap the bits just to see if that's the reason. For those of you just joining in the stream, we are testing wizard rod mirrors. Lighter one, we usually have more stamina. How would the lighter one have more stamina? I guess that it would be scraping on the hex a bit less. But I'm just sort of testing out my newest rod against my heaviest one. The green one is an A2 and the yellow one's an A4. And I also have an A3 and an A1, but I don't know if I have to test, but and they are 36 and 35 grams respectively. So I'm just trying to see if the 1 extra gram actually matters. In wizard rod mirrors anyway. Because even though we mostly play 3 and 3 format, wizard rod mirrors are bound to happen on multiple reshuffles. But the green is still wavering. Alright, so we're gonna try flipping the 160 on the green one to see if it makes it more stable. Because sometimes it does. I know for this one it definitely does. So I'm just gonna try that and see what happens. I'm gonna launch yellow first. A4. Yeah. It definitely makes it grind on the thing more. I think it'll make it lose less stamina because it's moving less in general. And it's less susceptible to recoil. But it also looks like it's getting knocked back more. So that was a giant recoil. And it looks like the yellow is wavering a little bit more. Alright, so let me flip the 160 on here to see if that makes a difference. Because we're not really trying to make my new wizard rod work today, we're trying to find the best one. And if the best one just happens to be one of my old ones, then that's perfectly fine. Because there are still multiple setups that are good for wizard rods, so we can still make some stuff work. It's still a wizard rod at the end of the day, but it just might not be the best stamina variation. How many people we have? We have 1 person still, which is, I think, myself. But that's okay. Because whether or not anyone, like, watches this live, I just want to get, like, information out, and I don't want to have to make a video that's, like, an hour long. And also, just having fun. Gonna go through my testing process, see what happens. Okay, so this A4 is definitely better than this Wizard Rod. So let me give it my my more stable Hexa, my old one, and just see if that makes a difference. Oh, I'll give this one my completely brand new one. Ooh, generating. Okay, so it generated a good amount of recoil. But another way to test your Wizard Rod is just to see which side is the 160 better on, just by launching it and observing how it moves. Because you see it's basically still, but it's not like 100% still. It's still like able to move a little bit. But if we flip that 160 around and we launch it again, it could do something completely different. You hear the scraping more, and then if we do this, it goes right back. So this is the defense formation, really. It's really hard to knock over, but it's also like leaning a lot. Mostly because the Hexa is brand new and it's still like a cone shape. With Hexas like this green one, it's pretty flat. So it's gonna be a little better for stamina. So I'm just going to do this again before we bring the green Hexa back into this. Because if the green Hexa is the answer to winning a Wizard, then I'll do it. But holy crap, we are really generating a lot of recoil on this one. I'm gonna give this my resistance bit Hexa, which is hard to knock out, just to see if it makes a difference. Wow, this is generating a lot of recoil. Okay, so we didn't knock it out. That's okay. We're trying to figure out the stamina here. You know, stamina can be kind of boring. But we gotta figure it out. And the green is scraping. Ooh, okay. So, looks like yellow is, A4 is better than A2, in general anyway. Now we're gonna add the green Hexa back in to see if this makes it a little better. Let's try to change as few variables as possible. So, try to keep this here. You can hear the green Hexa scraping, like, a lot. But yeah, definitely try that out. See if... It looks like the yellow one is wavering more. Okay, so it looks like the green Hexa has made the yellow A4 loose. So now I'm just going to give it my brand new Hexa and see if the same thing happens again. Because if the green rod wins, we have basically established that a Wizard Rod can have a gram of difference and also beat another Wizard Rod in stamina if the Hexa bit is correct. Okay, that's very interesting. I'm putting this on my one of my old hexes, because they're a little more stable. Like the green hexes are a little older, and I just want to see. Oh, look at that stability. Hmm. Okay, approaching the end of the battle. And the green rod stands up. Very interesting. So now what I want to do is essentially swap the A4 with the A1 and see which of them is better, the A1 or the A2. I'm gonna do the same thing with starting them. I'll start them both off in the same like orientation. I'll start them both off in the same 160 orientation, and then we'll see what happens with them. But first I want to balance them to see which one is like more balanced. Okay, it can move a little bit. And then this one can move a little bit more, but that's expected because the green one is older. So, let's see here. This is the A1 for 10. Okay, because of our elevated movement, we're able to generate a lot more recoil and use an extreme dash. Generate a lot of recoil. I did trade for 2 of these Wizard Rod layers. So I think 2 of them are slightly newer than the other one. But the one I've been using is probably the correct one. The A4 is probably really good by itself. But if this green Hexa is able to win Wizard Rod mirrors, then I'm all for it. I'm mostly testing the Hexa variant because that's usually what most people use. I don't think the ball variant is a threat unless Westervelle is using it. But I do think this is alright. So I'm going to flip the 160 around on one of them, the yellow one, see if that changes its movement. Okay, this makes it move around just as much as the green Hexa. And now we can try to generate a recoil here. And then after this, we swap Hexa bits, just in case there's something else going on here. Just to see which blade is better, because this green Hexa looks to be extremely broken. So I think it may or may not matter what Wizard Rod I'm using as long as I'm on the green Hexa. And once we have determined if the green Hexa is better, we will try it. Rod combo is just 160 Hexa. We're not really testing for combo, we're testing for which blade is better. We're testing for which blade is like better with like mode variants and stuff. And it's honestly probably my A4, but this green Hexa is the most broken thing I've ever seen, and it's just winning every mirror, no matter what I put it on. Like, if I put a combo with this green Hexa, it just wins. So I think I'm going to exclude this green Hexa from the testing for now, just because of the fact that I'm going to exclude that one and the brand new one, just because they perform so differently than my other 2. So if I just use my other 2, a battle between an A1 and an A2, sure the A2 is gonna win. Also, because the A2 is newer, it's gonna generate a lot of recoil, which can help with the Hexa Scream, but can also work against it. And if we can confirm the best stamina variant of Wizard Rod, we will put it to the test against attack types. So I still think, so A2 is beating A1. Let's do one more battle for that. We'll alternate the launch pattern. Because I don't want to be like, whoever I launch second wins. So it's like, that can definitely happen if your stamina is not calibrated correctly. Yes, Westaveli, I know. Yes, well, no, it doesn't beat it, but you do. You can beat it, but it doesn't beat. The combo doesn't lose, but like, you can beat it. It's literally only because of you. Generally speaking, Hexa will beat Ball. Okay, so it does look like whoever I launch second is winning. So let's launch the green one first. Again, whoever I launch first loses. I'm going to launch this one a little bit lighter. No, I was hoping to get more people today. That's alright. Maybe when we actually get to the combo testing later, more people will show up, because I know this part's a bit boring, but it's important. Okay, so it's looking like whoever I launch first is losing, so let me launch the yellow one first. Because if that is the case, then this is a phenomenon we'll have to revisit once our special guest arrives. And I think he's getting here around 3 o'clock, so I might pause the stream around then to invite him in. Okay, so yeah, whoever I launch first is losing. So this is a phenomenon that we'll have to revisit. That is unless I include the green Hexa. So if I put the green Hexa on this and I launch this first, it's probably gonna win. Because this stupid green Hexa is the most broken thing I've ever seen. Have to be extreme dash, it still maintains its stamina, which is insane for a bit with 16 gears. Look at that, it's just back to being a Wizard Rod. I just think I made it lose a little too much stamina though. Let's try this again. Wizard Rod first. I want to find my best one so that I can protect it for like really important tournaments, and then I'll find my second best one so that I can just use that as like a test dummy. Because like in order to test attack types, I have to chuck them up against a Wizard Rod, but I don't want to use my tournament combo for my testings. Okay, it still looks like whoever I launch first is losing. So I'm going to do this one more time with this launch first, and then we're going to swap to a different mode. We hear a lot of like dink noises. Because if it's whoever I launch first is losing, then it might be an issue of launch power. Well, that wasn't the case this time because I launched this first and it won. So maybe my A1 is just better than my A2. I want to try that again. I haven't seen any A2 yellow wizard rod. Or green wizard. The green wizard rod that I have broken is an A1. It's an A14. So my old one was really crazy. So that was first production. This is second production. Okay, so that made a little more sense. Because I launched it first and it lost. And this is with the green hexa, by the way. That's a good one. Crazy one. And if I'm hitting it like that, I mean, you guys gonna lose more stamina. So I think the A1. I think the A2 is just an issue of launch power. The A1 and 2 are just an issue of launch power. And they're both, pretty sure these two are both the 35. And then you can beat the 36, or the A4, if you are able to, launch harder than it. Look at this. And green wins. So I feel like it's an issue of launch power between A2 and 1. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure these two were both 35. Oh yeah, that's 35. And that's 35. Actually, no, this green wizard rod is 36. And then this other one's 36, it's the A4. And this one is a 36, so I think I got a false reading when I marked them. Because now it's telling me this green wizard rod is a 30, it's like on the edge of 35 and 36. Yeah, it's like high 35. So it's like 35 or 36. So the green one is like up there. So interesting. So now I'm going to we tried the A1, we figured that out. We tried the A4, we figured that out. Now I want to try the A3. See if there's any difference to the A4, even though they're the same weight. If it's balanced any differently. So you see how I launch it and it immediately starts going around. That means it's like not extremely balanced. That means like it's good for like dodging attack types and stuff. And it settles down, but when you push it, it settles back into the center. And if you flip 160, crazy. So this is probably better for dodging attack types. Well, actually, this is the green hex. Let me try the other one. Okay, this one Yeah, whatever this mode is better for dodging attack types. So when the points are aligned, it's better for dodging. But when the points are in the gap, then it should be more stable. Even though it's grinding on the hexa a lot. So let's put this against green. See what happens. So the A3 versus A2. I'm watching the A3. They're both moving a bit. See who wins in the end here. And then after this, I feel like the green one is good. It's just like I have to break it in. And we're gonna do that. We're gonna throw some attack types against this thing, and get a little bit worn down. Alrighty, so green was able to win that. So A2 over A3. Try it again. Again, this might still be a launch power issue of, who wins, because who launched harder. Because that might literally just be the issue. So if green is going to be winning these battles more often than not, I'm probably going to switch it into my main if it performs well after we wear it out. Because I think my A4 is still going to be my main for now, but I think the green one might be my testing dummy. Because it's like, it looks like my second best. So far. If this is just a launch power issue, then we'll just do like a two-person testing. A2 and then 3. Wow, that's a lot of recoil. Alright, A2. A3. I'm pretty sure I launched the yellow one a little bit harder, so see if that actually comes into play or not. Because honestly, no matter what I use, I'm probably using my, I'm probably going to use either my brand new hexa or my green one. Because I want to test the two hexas against each other to see which one's better. And also, like, put the hexas through the Wizard Rod Gauntlet. But I'll probably do that on my own time, because we've already been going for, what, 40 or 50 minutes? I don't want to go too crazy on the Wizard Rod testing. I mean, I already have, but, like, I don't want to go too insane with it. And I'm going to switch the order. Wow, okay. A lot of recoil. So, brand new Wizard Rods can generate a lot of recoil. That's probably a good part about them. But if you can't, like, control it, then basically a lost cause. And I think since Wizard Rods are, like, or green Wizard Rods anyway, are kind of hard to come by, I think most people will be using worn or, like, used Wizard Rods. So I do want to try out a fully brand new Wizard Rod setup with my brand new hexa. I just want to see if that makes anything easier. Okay, so about to draw when I want the green one first. That's a good sign. But what I want to do, I'm going to swap around my hexes and give Wizard Rod a fully brand new setup. This is the 160 that came with it, and this is just an old Wizard Rod setup with the A3. So I just want to see if the brand new Hexabit is able to win. Because you'd think a brand new Hexa would have more stamina. And that's what I think too. But I just want to make sure it's not scraping too much. Let me check on the screen while we're doing this. Okay, so the yellow one won, which is interesting. So that's the brand new Hexa setup on the green rod. Let me alternate. We'll go on to the yellow one first. Okay, this is what I want to test. I've been scraping a lot on that Hexa. Does my stamina hold? And I'm able to lean over a lot more. Looks like the yellow one is wavering more. Okay. We want the green one first. See if that changes anything. Because it very well could. I'm trying to compensate for the launch power I would have lost by launching it first. So it might be better for a brand new Hexa to scrape on the stadium, because it will be able to balance itself. Hopefully we get to find out which one of these is more chunky. Okay, so the yellow one still wins. I think I'm launching the yellow one too hard. Let me launch 1, 2, 3, 4. I barely launched that at all. I think they should be at the same power by now. At the same speed, I mean. Well, also, the special guest I've invited today is a lot stronger than me, so he'll probably win every single one of our mirrors, so it's probably not going to be the greatest testing ever. But he's mainly coming over to just test combos for the tournament we're going to this weekend. And the green one is still using stamina faster. Okay, so I'm going to flip the 160 around on the green Wizard Rod, see if it becomes more balanced that way. And once again, we're going to do 2 battles, one from each launch orientation. Well, that makes it so much more stable. And it generates a lot of recoil because it can't move as much. this, after these couple of battles, I think I'm going to end stream, and then we will come back and be live again once our special guest gets here. And then we will do some more exciting testings. So hopefully, we will be able to get some more people in, because it's fun to test combos. It's fun to find out what works, and I want to be able to share that with you all. So hopefully we can get some more people in later today. And yeah, I hope that people can see the streams and everything. Because this is the first time I'm streaming from my phone, so I don't know if there's a setting I missed where people can't see the stream if they don't have the link to it. If that's a thing, please let me know, because I would like to be able to change that setting if I have it enabled somehow. Okay, and the yellow one wins again. So we keep launching it first. Now I launched the green rod noticeably harder than the yellow one. Let's see if this makes any difference. Oh, they're in sort of like a dead gravity motion now. So remember, this wizard rod, the green wizard rod is like a couple grams heavier than the A1. Like a couple of milligrams heavier. Because it was, my scale doesn't measure the decimals, so it was measuring, like, it kept rocking between 35 and 36. So it's like 35.9 or something. So it might be like 35.8 or 9. Okay, so I feel like the brand new Hexa is not as crazy as it could be. So I'm gonna give it the old Hexa again, and do one more battle just to see if I can still beat anything in stamina with it. Because if the green wizard rod, it's like, I thought it would be cool because most people have yellow. Because I wanted to be able to differentiate mine, besides like using a different ratchet, so we could see it easier on camera. But if I need to just use yellow rods, because the green ones are just too early in production, then I can do that. But I miss my green wizard rod. I kind of want it back. Okay, so it looks like the green wizard rod is not able to win. It looks like green rod is just not the favored one. And this is against an A3, and since A3 and A4 are both like 36 flat, I'm pretty sure this is going to be what happens to both of them. But I'm just going to put my A4 back together because it's easier to keep track of. I'm going to put my A4 and my A3 up against each other now, and I just want to see which one of them is better, if we can figure that out. And the way I'm going to do that, I'm not going to battle them, because we've already discovered that their battle abilities are relatively similar. I'm going to put them both on the brand new Hexa, and I'm going to balance them, see which one is better. So if we launch this one, let's see if it can move around a little bit. And if we tap, doesn't really move much, it just gets exactly back on track, which is good for stamina. And then if we flip it the 160 around, and we launch again, moving around a lot more, probably better for dodging attack types. Remove, it goes back in, but it can scrape. So, that's pretty good. And now on the A3, does it behave the same way? We have it started off in the gap position, and that one seems to be more stable on the A3. So let's flip this hex, the bit around, or the ratchet, and see what happens. So interesting. So they're both balanced exactly the same way, to where when put against the 1 point, the straight point here, they'll be more mobile, and when placed toward the gap, they'll be more stable. So both of those are balanced the same way, which is interesting. And I want to check the balancing of the other two as well. So I have the point, and theoretically it should be more mobile. But this is balanced the opposite way, which makes it more stable. So this is balanced in the opposite way. And then flip the thing around to the gap. And it's interesting. So A2 is balanced oppositely than A3 and 4. Very interesting. Now we have the A1. Let's do this with the A1. So point blank here. Interesting. So here it's balanced the same as the other two. So it's on the point, the 1 point, and it is mobile. So if we flip it around, theoretically, interesting. So this one is very unbalanced. This wizard rod is very unbalanced. The A1 is very unbalanced. Let's just let it settle down to check. Yeah, look at that. It looks like it's unbalanced, but from the first initial launch, it looks like it's unbalanced, but as soon as it settles down, you can see that it is actually one of the most balanced that I have, which is very interesting. The A1 looks to be the most balanced. If I put on just a different hexa, you'll see that the age of the hexa really goes true to this, because even if we flip it around now, the hexa is still a variable. The age of the hexa is still a variable. I want that pretty light, even after it settles down. You'll see that it's still going kind of insane. I think my brand new hexa is definitely something to test, because all the other ones are going to make it go crazy. Even the green hexa. Green hexa can move, but it's not like wobbling. The green hexa is like mobile, but it's not wobbling. I feel like the green one and the brand new one are the best two that we can try to use for defense. We'll just have to see if the defense works as intended. Alright, Void's on my way. Void is on your way? Okay, cool. Yeah, Void is our special guest today. So just so you know, Void, I'm going to probably end stream at about 3 o'clock, because we've tested basically all the Wizard Rod mirrors that we can, and we basically just have to test for launch strength now. And then I'll start stream again at like 3:30 maybe. Whenever you get here, basically. What is Ray Beyblade, Vanette? Oh, you mean Ray Unicorn? That's a Metal Fight Bay. We have Unicorn, but it's not gonna beat a Wizard Rod, unfortunately. Where it can, it's just probably not going to. Okay, so we have basically figured out that our brand new Hexa, as well as the green one, are the two most stable. So I'm gonna put away the other two. Um, just because I want to test which of our four wizard rods has resistance to attack. Which basically means which can outspeed attack types better. And to do this, I'm going to be using the ultimate rod destabilizer combo. Because we want to see which rod can get destabilized the least. So, we're going to put them up against a shark scale on free ball, and we're going to see what we can do with this. OG Rabbit Beast is Drigger. I don't have a Drigger, unfortunately. I didn't get any of the plastic. Actually, I think whatever came on like 480 point, I got that thing. I don't know if that was Drigger or I think it was Drigger. I remember having one of those at one point. I think Void actually has it now. So I'm just gonna throw this up against our most stable wizard rod. This is, I believe, the A1, and I just want to see if it can win. Not even to see if it can win, really. I just want to see if the behavior against getting destabilized. It's allowing for a lot of recoil. And we were able to survive the destabilizer. And this is our brand new Hexa. So let me try that against the green Hexa, see if it behaves any differently. Because we're also going to try to find the best Hexa to use. So I want to find my tournament Wizard Rod combo. So the A1 green Hexa. We got hit really hard. Oh yeah, Void, I'll get you back. I'll get you back to your house. Oh yeah, Void and I live like 10 minutes apart. So he's gonna help me do some testing today. And hopefully we can get some more people on here for when that happens. But it looks like the green Hexa did not respond well to being destabilized. So we're gonna flip the 160 and try that one more time. Oh wow. We're going to get in the motion here. Almost got knocked out. We're scraping on the Hexa. We're basically turning on it. Okay, so it looks like the green Hexa does not appreciate being destabilized, and the brand new one, or the blue one, is better. So we're gonna go forward with the blue Hexa against the attack types to see if we can get it to survive. And we will do that as soon as Void gets here, but I'm going to end stream here. So I will see you guys back in a little bit. Now, I'm gonna go